posted that sweater. You know what I'm saying? I am not a professional. I just do this for fun. This is my full-time hobby. Hello, lovelies. It's your girl MaddisonJaralee, and I'm coming at you guys with a Depop audit. So basically what I'm doing, I've been doing Depop for a while now, and I've been doing YouTube for a while now too. And as that comes, I've been doing Depop videos, and I've been throwing out tips and tricks along the way just because I'm a helpful girly. So with that, I get a lot of messages and comments of people needing help with their Depop, and I kind of had the idea to let's start auditing some Depops together, because if you guys see similar things on your shop, like, go ahead and fix it too, you know, like maybe it can help a lot of people. So this is my first Depop audit. I only have 2 shops. These are recent girly pops that have hit me up and like took serious action. So I want to go ahead and share their shops as examples, but hopefully it gives them a little bit of, I don't know, maybe you guys want to go follow them or see some stuff that you like. So let's go ahead and get in it. Our first one is Lyn Lewis. Simple, clean last name, honestly, like really easy to remember. She didn't have a picture photo, and I don't know if it was like a logo before. I might be confused anyways, but I kind of told her, like, because she doesn't have any face photos, so I said maybe like add a photo with your pic so people know what they're dealing with. You know, they put a face. When they can put a face behind the business, it's like it adds a little bit of trust. So if you guys don't have a profile picture with like a picture and it's just a logo and none of your pictures have faces, like maybe add a face picture. You feel me? Okay, so let's first go in. So the first thing I noticed in her photos was that she had a lot of sunlight shadows, which isn't a big deal, but it doesn't look clean. It's not that it doesn't look clean. I don't know. I didn't like the sunspots. So I mentioned the sunspots. I said maybe you like just have a super clean photo, because the sunspots could be hiding stains. They look kind of like stains because they're deeper color. It's aesthetically pleasing, but just for the photos, like, let's get them super clean. She had mannequins and like flat lay photos, and I suggested maybe try on photos. I know try on photos are really hard, you guys, but I have done a mixture of both. I started with flat lays, and then I did try-ons, and then I went back to flat lays, and try-on photos are just where it's at. It's just easy for people to compare sizes of bodies and where it lands when you try it on. I always say adding your face is like completely optional. I share my face because I'm already on the internet. I'm on YouTube. Like, what's the difference of me being on YouTube and putting my face on Depop, you know? So that's why I share my face. I feel like it has a connection. I feel like people know who's behind the business, because I'm a one-man show, so I want there to be a connection, because there should be a connection. So that's why I add my face. But I completely understand people who aren't on the internet as heavy and don't want to show their face. So I just always suggest like maybe doing slick pony and like having a cute pony, or just completely putting your hair up and just cropping the photo at your neck, just so like people get the idea. And if you don't fit in the item, I just had another girly pop message me and was like, I'm a plus size seller selling regular clothes, like what should I do, because flat lays is my only option. I suggested to her maybe holding the item and pinning it up to her her body and forming it, just so people can get the idea of how it will form or lay on their bodies. And I would either do that in a photo or even doing a little video clip. So that's a great suggestion. In her older photos, and I know Depop, this is like new where you can have up to 8 photos, but in some of her photos she only has 3. So I really like utilize your photos, add every angle, add the sleeve details, add the button details, like just use up all 8 of those photos. Let me see. So the biggest problem I saw in her Depop shop, because it was already so clean, it was organized, like you can just tell somebody put a lot of love into it. The only thing that I can see her items having a problem getting out was her description. So I don't have an example because girly was already on top of it and changed, but she would be like super cute, like, and just a description that doesn't get to the point. If you guys look at my descriptions, I'm straight up bullet points. I am in California, so Depop invited me out to LA and they had a little convention, and one of the things that like grained into my mind was the first 5 words of your description are the most important. So they said to get the color, what the item is, the style, the era, all in those first 5 words. So I just throw it out there like a freaking word vomit. Basically, you kind of have to think about it is, what would the buyer key into the search bar to find this item? You know what I'm saying? They're pinning it down to the color, what they're looking for, and their size half of the time, or the brand. Always, you know, so that's how you want to key it into your description, and then you can add everything else, but that's what I would suggest. Her crochet stuff, everything is so freaking cute. This 8-ball scarf, I absolutely love it. I told her that too. But this girly pop, I told her all of this tips, and I'm gonna show you guys her Depop now because she has a freaking bloody good mix of showing like try on photos. She got her descriptions down to like the nitty gritty, just like straight to the point. And even like the try on photos for the hats, like she's blocking out her eyes, her identity is sealed, and she's good. So I'm just so super proud. I also followed her on Instagram, so I see her promoting her shop on Instagram, and that was the last tip I gave her, was to get your shop out there a little bit more. If you're posting on Instagram and you're hashtagging like Depop seller, Depop, and Depop shop, and if somebody's looking to find like new, unique, cute, funky Depops, a lot of time they're looking on Instagram to search for the sellers first. So if you have all these photos like stocked up on Instagram and somebody comes across it and then goes to your Depop, love it. Gotta love it. So I'm seeing her post on Instagram and I'm just super proud. Like going back and looking at her profile now, it's just so freaking good, you guys. Then I had just a little vibe, and her name is Savannah Taylor. She hit me up on Depop and was explaining to me how, so she hit me up on YouTube, started commenting to me about how like she hasn't made any sales, but she actually like has posted a lot on Depop, but she just can't break out of like that no sales rhythm. So I went ahead and checked out her shop. So right off the bat, super clean. Like you can tell what each item she's selling. You don't have to guess what item she's selling because all her bottoms are the same. So I know the shirts for sale, and all of her tops are the same. So I know that those bottoms are for sale. And then the try on is such a bonus. So I have no complaints there. Let's go ahead. She has a description. Maybe I think you need to point out more obvious details. Like in this example, you need to ditch that eagle because you're using one word for that eagle. So for this example, I would put, what is this? Like a low rise. I would put Y2K low rise Levi's shorts. And then I put a dot, and then I put boot shorts, Daisy Dukes, medium wash denim. Yeah, so on and so forth. But you need to point out more obvious items. I like that she just updated her shop 19 hours ago. That's perfect. Let me see. Another thing, I'm going back to the shorts and I'm gonna check out more descriptions. Okay, no measurements in both of the shops actually, and measurements are the most important thing, you guys, because pictures are so deceiving. Like when you're in a photo by yourself, like nobody can compare how big you are because you're just by yourself. So we need descriptions, and tags are misleading, especially for vintage. So we really need to be adding measurements. I'm sorry, I was saying descriptions. I hope I wasn't saying descriptions the whole time. Measurements are the biggest game changer. I did not do measurements like my first couple of months, and like going back, like thinking now, I'm like, ooh, that probably hurt me a lot. So measurements is gonna help out a lot, you guys. In this seller's case, I would say the biggest thing that is hurting her is the no reviews. She has straight up no stars across the board. She hasn't bought anything on Depop, and she hasn't sold anything on Depop, and that's kind of hurting her. And her likes are honestly kind of low too. She has 4 rows of likes. So it doesn't make her look like she's that much of a Depop user. So I suggested she should thicken up her likes and make it look like she's a good shopper. And then I would put something cheeky in her bio to try and get that first sale. You know, like you can come up with something cute and quirky and put in the bio, like be my first sale, like you would make my whole day, like blah 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 blah. You know, like you can be cute with it. And another thing, I would just keep on posting, because a seller that has no reviews but 70 posts, like, okay, I'm gonna take them a little bit more serious than a seller who has like 25 posts. I know it's not very motivating in the beginning when you're just keep on posting and nobody's doing it, but that's what I would do. And I would also maybe just like let something go super good, like a super good deal, so you can get that first sell. And like somebody, like say you had a really good item, like say you sold this sweater. I could easily sell this sweater. I could post it for $50, maybe sell it out the door for $40. Okay, say you have this sweater, sell it for $20. Sell it for $20. Somebody's gonna buy this, and then they're gonna review you real fast, because this is a freaking steal, you guys. And you're not gonna regret that 3 years from now when you have freaking 7,000 sales. You know what I'm saying? So I think you have to lose some to win some. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I can't think of anything else on the top of my mind right now. Obviously bumping is like bumping, updating, refreshing your page. A lot of people say that doesn't help anymore. It doesn't reflect your Depop because of the boosted like feature they have, but I'm a strong believer, you guys. I don't bump and refresh as addicted as I was in the beginning. When I first started, I was bumping my shop every single day. Now I do it like maybe every 3 days, so forth, so on. But I would honestly suggest, and what I mean by that is you go into your shop, you click on your item, you edit, and you just hit save, and it brings it back up to the top. And by doing that, that brings your item back up to the top for the searches of when people are looking for those items, so they don't have to search down like thousands of items to get to like 3 months ago when you posted that sweater. I hope this helps you guys. Honestly, I am not a professional. I just do this for fun. This is my full-time hobby. Depop is my passion. I'm not a top seller because as consistent as I am, I'm not consistent enough to be a top seller. So I don't know. I have knowledge and I'm ready to share it with you guys. So if you're ready to eat, come to the table. Thank you so much for listening, honestly. And yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying Thriftmas. Go ahead and comment down your shop down below. And if you want to be audited, go ahead and message me on Depop and I'll do this again if you guys like it. Yeah, catch you guys in the next one. Bye.